Good afternoon and welcome to Real Chicks Rock Presents Real Discussions. I am your host, Michelle Dawes-Bird, and as always, I'm super excited. It's Sunday. It's a beautiful day in the afternoon. Well, it's a little overcast, but we'll take it. It's still a beautiful day. We're here. We're going to spend the next hour together talking to one of my favorite people. I like Ramon. He's funny. I love the green room scenery too. You can't get a piece of that. But welcome to all the new listeners. Thank you guys for joining us. Let me give you a little background about what Real Chicks Rock is all about. It's all about creatively collaborating, connecting, and raising awareness regarding issues that impact women. And we do it by way of community service. We do it by public speaking, mentoring. We've had workshops, and then we have the arts, which is this particular platform. And I love this because we get to have discussions with people that I like. We talk about things that impact us, and today is no different. So I've had this guy here previously before. This is his third time.
Yeah, number three.
This is number three. And I'm super excited because whenever you see this gentleman in the space, it's about that time. We starting to get a little close. We get a little closer to what we call a holiday. For those of you that don't know, here in Atlanta, we have what is called House in the Park. And who I have next to me is the founder and the curator of House in the Park, none other than Ramon Rawsoul. Hi, Ramon.
Hello, Michelle.
How are you?
I'm well, sister. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm always glad that you can take some time to spend with me because it is August.
Yes.
And it is mid-August.
Yes.
And that means we are just a few weeks away.
Yes.
From what we call our festival, right? Right.
It's family reunion.
It's family reunion. So today's topic is called Welcome Home.
I know.
It's Welcome Home.
I know.
House in the Park. But before we get there, Ramon, I want to talk to you just how you doing and how did you deal with COVID, like with the past, 18, 19 months? How did it impact you personally?
It was crazy. I'm used to being by myself.
Okay, so no impact there, right?
No impact there.
Right.
But I travel a lot, so obviously I couldn't travel, so that was not cool. I've not left the country in over 12 months, so I got the itches. I'm crazy to get out of here.
Yeah, that ain't cool. My
passport's like, yo,
what's going on? Why you ain't stamping me? What's up with the stamps? Yeah.
Right. I picked up a new hobby. I started riding, I won't say new. I reintroduced myself to motorcycles, so I bought a new motorcycle.
Yeah, see you on social media looking all tough and kind of things, and the fellas looking good too. Rolling with some good-looking people.
Come on through. I got somebody for you.
I'm gonna come through.
Yeah, so just kept myself occupied.
Mm-hmm.
No sports, no nothing. It was tough.
It was tough. And we relied a lot on FaceTiming and texting and calling people, but we were just still socially distant because I haven't seen you. Like we live almost in the same neighborhood, but we weren't doing any of that. You know what I mean? Because we just wanted to be safe, right?
Yeah, I took it seriously. I decided not to stream. I let some of the other cats handle that. I took this time to disconnect and really kind of recharge and refocus myself on just my personal life.
Right. A lot of people have done the same thing, similar things. We put on some COVID pounds in the interim. I'm speaking for myself. I got some pounds I need to lose. But yeah, we did. I think quite a few people did use that time to be reflective, just kind of slow down, because that was the real biggest thing that everybody is saying. It was like, I was doing this, I was over here, I was running around. But if nothing else, it slowed us down.
Absolutely.
Tremendously.
Yes.
Like if your name wasn't Kroger or Publix or Whole Foods, we wasn't checking for you, right? A lot of people had that delivered. They wasn't even going out to do that.
That part, yes.
Yeah, right.
Amazon got a lot of my money.
Yeah, a lot of your money. A lot of TV time, a lot of watching documentaries, reading books, but again, just doing that self-assessment, so that was good. Mm-hmm. I want to talk to you about 2019, though. Just before we got the shelter in place, we partied.
Yeah, we did.
We celebrated the gathering, right? It was an anniversary.
Oh, no, that was actually 2020.
Was it 2020?
February 2020.
2020, that's right.
Yeah.
And it was a big night for you.
Oh, my God. That was a good night. I mean, if we had to end it and put ourselves in the hibernation in that way, that was the last. I mean, Charisma killed it.
Killed it.
My turntables are still.
It's still smoking?
Still smoking. Yeah. Shout out to Charisma.
Yes, Charisma killed it. We had a good time. Great footage. People were dancing. We were in a place that is no more, the music room, right?
I know.
The music room. That was the last time we really got it in, and everybody was saying, "Man, my goodness, that was the last part before we got shelter in place."
Yeah, it was.
It was the last
way to go down.
It was the last banger, right? I thought about it, I was like, Ramon, man, he sealed the deal because that was the last banger.
Put another little list on my list of accomplishments.
Please, bro, that was a nice one. And and again, being in the legendary space on Edgewood, the whole thing. And so now the music room is gone. Unfortunately, Sound Table is gone.
Yes.
So there's some venues that we here in Atlanta have been rocking with for years. And now, unfortunately, due to COVID, they're no longer available to us. They're gone. They're sold. They're shut down. They're under new management. They're doing different things. And so, as house heads, we're just trying to find our way. Like, where can we go and we party and that type of thing. That's the thing.
That was a big impact on not just me, but the entire scene because I knew these guys. Like, Kieran and I are cool. Yeah. Like, that's my homie.
Right.
Carl made a decision to get out of the Sound Table in just the nick of time. So I'm glad he did. But as a community, we lost some good venues.
Yes.
There's some couple other venues that shut down, a couple other places that changed ownership.
Yes.
And so now, as we reopen, well, whenever we reopen, we will all be searching for a new place to have our events.
Yeah.
And that's the tough part because I just played with Stan last week and. We're having to rethink how we do parties. We're having to go back to maybe even the renegade days of renting out spaces or doing stuff, in places that we ain't supposed to do it in.
He said the renegade days.
Yes.
We may have to because people want to get out and we want to release and we just don't know where we can go to get that. Right. But I want to talk to you about that, talking about renting spaces and being different and creative and that type of thing. Last year for House in the Park, just set us up a little bit, Ramon. How did we celebrate House in the Park last year?
The peer pressure. Listen, I told you I disconnected, so I was cool with all right, I'm going to sit at home. But the team, the fellas, Kim, Kai, Salah, some of my staff, they was like, we got to do it. And I was like, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
And they was like, no, we got to do it. I was like, but I don't want to do it. And they kind of pushed me into it. And so we put that together literally in like maybe 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I got a powerful team.
Yeah.
And so the first question was where? Salah jumped on it immediately. Salah knows every little nook and cranny of Atlanta. It's amazing.
God bless
so
you.
he's from here, so
Yeah, come on, Salah.
And then Kemet immediately jumped on the streaming portion of it. We had a fellow DJ who has a streaming company who did a fine job.
Yes.
Shout out to Kemet. Yeah, shout out to Kemet. It was logistically, it was like, and then we had the hardest part about that was, as you said, it was intimate. You were there.
Yeah.
We only could invite so many people.
That's right. That's right. Sorry.
How do you tell what used to be 25,000
people
that I only can invite 40 or 50?
Word up.
we made a few. We made a few people upset. We're sorry.
We're so sorry, but we're gonna make up for it this year. Are we not, Ramon?
Yes, we are.
We're gonna make up for it. But the digital, the streaming was good. It was cool because it still gave people the opportunity to be a part of it.
Gave them that life.
And thank you for that. Because and your team, just the men that hold you up, and everybody, your staff that talk and said, let's do it. Because we would have felt a way. I know I would have. If we didn't have something, you know what I mean? Because we look forward to that every year. And so
the struggle for me was we at House in the Park have a sense of excellence in how we produce things.
Right.
We don't take shortcuts, we don't cut corners. And I just wanted to make sure that we could present a good product.
Right.
Because I didn't want it to be House in the Park in a club and in dark in the middle of the day.
Yes.
So it needed to be somewhere. Yes. And that was our challenge. Where can we find it? Because we couldn't do it in the park.
Right.
And we had to be careful about advertising because we didn't want everyone to show up and just, bum rush to make it a party. So luckily Salah was able to find a place that we still had a little. They still had a little greenery. Still,
it was beautiful.
We were still outside, and it was.
Yeah.
No, that's a challenge.
Had a nice breeze.
Yeah.
We had shade.
Absolutely.
It was really cute. It was really nice.
We did tents for everybody.
Yeah.
So they had to worry about loading their stuff in. So, it was cool.
You did a good, you know what? You do everything in excellence. I ain't messing with you.
I tried to.
I ain't messing with you. So now, here we are, 2021. What year is this one, Ramon? Tell the people what year.
17. You had to remind me. 17.
Come on.
She's 17. Our baby is 17.
She was only 17. Okay, I'll sing Rick James. Sorry. 17, man. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Everybody can't say that.
No, they can't. And sometimes I forget that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I tell this story a lot. Every year after House of the Park, I say I'm quitting. Every year, I'm not going to. Yeah. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, you ain't doing no more. And then who talks you out of it?
Kai.
Thank you.
Kai, I'll say, what up, baby?
Yeah. Every year you say you're not going to do it.
Every year.
Because it's a lot.
This is by far one of the hardest things that I do every year.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's so many moving parts. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the part that people don't really get.
Yeah.
And because there's so many moving parts, and even though we have staff, we have a small staff. But I would be remiss if I don't tell people that we go through the same process that Peachtree Road Race, Music Midtown. One is not doing it that way. Shaky Knees, Shaky Beats. So all the requirements, that's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
So,
and every year, it gets bigger for you from an attendance perspective, right? So, so there's accountability. The city's going to hold you at a certain level. You got to worry about sanitation. You know, water has to be present for us. You gave us some fans and stuff with the mist. We like that. Right. All that. And let's talk about it. So, where will we be this year? Are we going to be on the tennis courts like we were last year?
We are going to be on the tennis courts.
Yeah.
We learned 2018 was our first year, so we had some growing pains. It was hot. But I think that we got the right combination of people.
Yeah.
We capped the numbers to not overwhelm the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And on the tennis court, the whole premise of House in the Park is a dance outside. We never said we were going to be house in a pavilion.
Come on, sir. Tell the people.
We dancing outside.
Tell the people in the back.
And so,
yeah.
It's rain. We're going to dance if it's rain. We're going to dance if it's misty. If it's hot, we're going to dance.
Yeah.
That's what we're there for.
That's what we're there for.
And so we're going to try to make the people as comfortable as possible. But it's house in the park.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
A parking lot, not a pavilion, not a gym.
Yeah, you're right. And real talk, realistically, ladies and gentlemen, when you typically go to a festival, it's outdoors.
I don't know of an indoor festival there is.
It's really outdoors now. There is accommodations where you can cool off on the side, which Ramon and his team thought about that with the fan and the mist, and then there's water.
Yes.
You can get that, and then the golf carts. You blew my mind last year with the golf carts to transport people that may be a handicap or physically challenged or need some assistance to get up to the spot in the park. So there was a lot of thoughtfulness. You behave like a level C type C festival.
Absolutely.
Aren't you a festival, my friend?
We are a festival.
Yeah, tell the people.
We are not a party. We are a festival.
You are a festival.
Yes.
There's a lot of responsibilities that go with that.
Yes. And I would say this year has been the most I thought 2018 was the most challenging.
Really? Okay.
But once you get yourself a template, then you can kind of copy what you did the year before, we'll make some adjustments.
Right.
Well, we didn't have a year before.
Right.
Last year we didn't do this.
Right.
So we're trying to use a template from 2019, but everything has changed.
It's changed because of COVID.
Because of COVID, and so down to the operational vendors that we use, that's been the biggest challenge.
Really?
Is that who I used in 2019 and 2018, they're not here anymore.
Is that right?
They went out of business. So now we're trying to find a new operational vendor. Then the city, shout out to the city of Atlanta for moving their Jazz Fest to Labor Day. So now we are competing with them for operational vendors. So it is. And when I say operational vendors, I mean the people that we use, the people who are going to clean up, the people who are going to provide the garbage cans, the police officers,
which is important.
Yes,
which is important.
So that has been challenging.
Yeah,